Hey there. So I'm here today to talk about a problem. It's something that I've heard a lot of kids talk about in especially information security servers. And it's kind of a red flag when I hear this around. It's saying that one language is better than the other language. Like, no, you just cannot compare two languages like that. See, programming languages are nothing but tools, okay? You use whatever tool that is more convenient for the specific problem that you're trying to fix. So like saying something like, oh, you just write Python, you might be a kid, or something like, oh, you use Rust over C, you might really run away from problems. It's just dumb, because like programmers are the people who are meant to solve problems. The tools that they use to solve those very problems may vary from time to time, and we shouldn't really enforce our own ideologies on that. At least, see, every language serves its own special purpose, okay? Like for example, C or Rust or these low level languages, they are amazing at their own stuff. They're good at the stuff they're made for, right? So you won't be able to use a language like Python where C or Rust or these low level languages shine. If you're writing a firmware for hardware, or if you're writing an operating system, or if you're or something along that line, you would be using C and Rust and all these low level languages a lot more. Or if you need to deal with memory allocation better, you would be using these low level languages even more. You literally won't be able to use Python that well for these functions, because Python doesn't shine there. Python cannot doesn't have all those capabilities that these low level languages do. But at the same time, if we are talking about what Python shines at, what Python or JavaScript shines at, web development, industrial automation, and stuff like that, it's just more convenient when you use Python. That tool just happens to be more convenient because it's been written to be more simpler, to be more efficient, and the community has been using it in those ways, and thus Python really happens to be good at web development, scripting, automation, etc. And like if you do the same things in C, it is possible, right? It is possible, but it will take all of the life out of you. If you're able to do something in like 4 lines or 5 lines in Python, C might take you 5 times that. It really depends. Some things are just harder to implement in C and these lower level languages. So we shouldn't really say that one language is better than the other language. It just shows that you do not have any experience in whatever technology you're talking about. Also, you have to consider that people come from different backgrounds, right? Some people are new to CS, some people happen to learn C++ first, some people happen to learn C first, some people have different responsibilities on them, they come from different financial backgrounds, and thus they want to get a job faster, and thus they learn Python. So there is nothing wrong with that. Honestly, if you're loving it, there is nothing wrong with that. So learn the nitty-gritties of tech the way you want to, and let others learn the nitty-gritties of tech the way you want to.